Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Christina and this is Creations by Christy, and welcome back to another part of our Mystery Make series. This series where we let the spinning wheel pick one of my sewing or crochet Pinterest pins to finally get them worked. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing. It's very much summer here in the Midwest, so slightly miserable, like most of the US right now. But can't let it keep us down. We gotta keep making fun things. So let's see what we're gonna be making this week. Oh, another cute kids one. Another cute little crochet project. We had our crochet monster bib in a previous video, and so now we get this little lovey, and it's adorable and the cutest little elephant. It looks like we need about 4 colors for this pattern. I think I'm going to stick pretty close to what we see in the pattern. So I'll need a light gray, a dark gray, and I think instead of a blue and white for the blanket part of the lovey, I'm thinking of purple if I have one. I'll probably stick with like cakes and not full skeins. This looks like it'll be a great project to use some of my caked yarn instead of pulling out the full skeins. So with that being said, let's get turned around and get some colors picked. Okay, so like I said, we need 4 colors. We need like a light gray, a dark gray, and then I'm probably gonna stick with like a white or a cream, and then a purple, unless I find something else in the bin. So I do know not in the bin is my light gray. It is up here. So we will go ahead and grab that and move some stuff out of my way. All right, so let's get our colors picked. So I grabbed out the light gray. Let's see if I have a dark gray in this bin. There's a cream. Browns and blacks and navies. Oh, do I not have? Like, you just see this yarn barf. I know there's someone screaming right now. It's okay. I am too. I'm the one who's got to clean it up. So let's see. Are you serious? I have no dark gray. Okay, at least not in the bin. Oh my goodness. Such a mess. And I think I'm going to use this off-white instead of this one. Yeah. I just like the texture of this one better. I'm not even quite sure what brand it is. All right, let's make that go away. Don't mind the sound of the jaguars in the back. That's just my basset hound trying to play with my dachshund. Okay. Oh, another bin. So I'm thinking this light purple. So I'm gonna grab that. And I need one more color. So it shows a dark gray in the ears. Sorry guys. We're just gonna have to try to talk over them. It shows a dark gray in the ears. But you know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if I have like a pink Not up there. That I can tell what's all up there. I wonder if I have a pink that I can like use instead. Ooh, what about this like mauve inside the ears? Let's look at that. Let me stick this with the other colors and we'll see. Okay, so here's our colors. I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna go light gray for like the head, the, you know, arms, the bodies, the amigurumi parts of the lovey, and for the striping in the blanket. And then we'll use this mauve inside the ears and any other part where it had like a dark gray. I think that's gonna work great. I think those colors are gonna look really good together. Yay, let's get working on this. So, I'm sorry if you can hear the air conditioner. I'm gonna do my best to talk above it. It's just hot, and if I turn it off, I'm already in perimenopause. It'll just be 10 times worse for me. So please bear with me in the air conditioner. Looking over this pattern, I'm totally good with grabbing that mauve and using that instead of a dark gray, because the only time that the dark gray is used is inside the ears and then at the like pads of the feet. So using that pink, I think it'll totally work with the color scheme of the blanket, and so I'm good with that. With this pattern, you can make it however you want. The pattern lists the amigurumi first, so the elephant head and arms. It lists that part first, and then the blanket part separate, and then you sew together. So if you want to make the blanket part first and then make the elephant part, it doesn't matter. Whichever you want to do, that's just how they have it listed. I might just go ahead and do it how they listed and get the amigurumi part out of the way. Amigurumi is not my favorite. If you've been following the Mystery Make series at all, we've ran into some amigurumi before, so it's not my favorite thing to do, but this shouldn't be that big. I don't see it taking a whole lot of time. It does also let you know that the use of safety eyes is going to be up to you in your personal situation. It does let you know that safety eyes are not really good to use with very small children, just in case they were to pull them out. Yes, I know, safety. If you've worked with that kind of stuff before, you know what it's talking about. It's just a safety disclaimer. It is up to you. If you're going to make this for a very small baby that's potentially going to be putting this head in their mouth, just so, just use your yarn and make eyes. Not a big deal. Anyone else, you can just do safety eyes. But let's go ahead and get working on this. Like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and start with the elephant part and then work my way down. Just because the blanket part, potentially I didn't look at the sizing. It's just going to be, I think, a chevron stitch all the way out. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. And that the blanket part's probably something we can kind of mindlessly work on. So let me shut up and get to going on this. All right, so after my lovely having to pull out multiple rows because I didn't read the directions fully and was assuming, which we know we shouldn't do, I got my head done, my eyes in, and I got my ears attached, and it's already looking so cute. I feel like it looks a little off right here. Hopefully I didn't just put my ears on wrong. Now I made it look like he has a bump on the head. Anyways, there's my head. I might have to fix my ear. It looks like one might be down a little bit further. It could just be me too. So far, so cute. I just need to make the legs and then work on the blanket part. So the amigurumi part almost done. Let me hurry up and get these legs done. They're literally only going to take me a minute or so, and then we can start working on the blanket. All right, one done. They're so cute. One done, one to go. All right, so I finished both of my feet. I'm not going to attach them to the head until I am done with the blanket part, I think, because I just want to make sure of how the head is going to attach to the blanket before I attach the feet. So now all that's left is making the blanket part of the Lovey. So we'll get that done with our colors that we have picked. One thing I did change is I changed my cream color I had a little bit bigger cake of one, but when I was looking at the texture of that one compared to the other colors I have, that one was a very thin, like 4-weight yarn, and so I just feel like it would have been, the other ones seem to all look like kind of a thicker 4-weight yarn. So I didn't want to have that much of a texture difference in mine, and I just found another one. And now I'm hoping that this ball is enough for what I need it for. But let's get the blanket part done. And just like that, guys, it's finished. Look at our adorable little elephant Lovey. It turned out so cute. Here is the blanket part. I ended up doing the tips in the pink that we used just to finish it out. But there's the blanket part. Another little elephant. Turned out so cute. And like always, I will make sure I put the pattern down below. Super easy pattern. We could only be so lucky so many times, right? We get really lucky. We've only had like one. The pattern was easy, but my measuring skills just were not on. But so cute. It's adorable. Adorable little lovey. But with that being said, as always, thank you so much. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the algorithm get me out for other people to enjoy our mystery makes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. I'll leave your pattern so you can try it as well. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.